Jim, one of the things that fascinates me the most is Monty. He just intrigues me. He was quite an interesting fellow, and you indeed were very lucky to have him on the hike. But talk to me a little bit about your relationship with him. What were the things that he called you about on the trail? Did he bring you lots of problems or just only a few? Did he try and resolve them himself? What kind of things along the way were you and he communicating about? Did he call you every week, every day?
Monty, the day-to-day problems were oftentimes very important to the hikers.
Right.
But in the scheme of things, were perhaps not all that important. And Monty would deal with those himself. You know, we had some really big issues, like the state of California wanted the Oakland Bay Bridge hike insured, and I had to find insurance, or we weren't going to be able to walk across the Oakland Bay Bridge. I mean, we had some very big issues. And Monty and I would always talk about if there was an important problem with a particular hiker and the rest of the hikers. If we wanted to change the game plan.
In terms of the route?
In terms of what we would be willing to do to pick up people at bus stations, for example, to join the hike or to leave the hike.
State coordinators
how much room everybody should have in his, he had an Airstream trailer which was converted to a mini warehouse. And things like that we would discuss, and we would talk about every week, sometimes more often, but at least once a week. But he was not easily rattled, and it was a great quality. In fact, Monty had a whole long list of admirable qualities that suited what he was doing for the hike. And the hikers knew it, and I knew it, and there were some emotional issues that he would bear, and then he would share those with me if they were severe enough. But it was pretty much up to him at the time, because he was the man on the scene.
Did he ever think about dropping out of the hike and say, "Jim, I just..."
No.
Okay.
No, not once.
He was committed the whole way.
Oh yeah.
He was going to do this thing come hell or high water, thick or thin.
Yep.
Okay.
And we meshed real well too. So hats off to Monty.
Yes.
Everybody on the hike loved him.
Yeah.
And he held
the group together.
HikaNation owes
him a debt of gratitude.
A huge debt of gratitude for the success. And by the way, it's hard to believe, but I mean, we didn't have any event from beginning to end for 14 months that really staggered us.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we had somebody we had to take to the hospital.
Yeah.
In Utah, somebody that I think had to go to the hospital in Kentucky, but I'm not sure. Other than that, no, we just, it was wonderful.
You guys were very fortunate in the weather, in the things that really could have happened that didn't.
Yeah.
But
Right.
What was your relationship with Monty? Back to the Monty Montgomery story. What was your relationship with Monty after the hike? I mean, I understand there was going to be a HikaNation 2, or a continuing HikaNation.
I can tell you, Paula, when they reached the steps of the Capitol,
You were done.
I was drained. I was drained. and the hikers came up with the idea of hiking to the Atlantic, which was never part of the plan. And I said, guys, you're going to have to get there on your own.
Yeah.
Which they willingly did.
Yeah.
You know, it was a straight shot to Cape Henlopen.
And Monty went with them, right?
Yeah. And they handled that all right. I just went back and recuperated. It was 2 years in planning and 14 months in execution.
Oh yeah.
So
that's a good chunk of your life.
It was huge, and so.
So would you and Monty afterwards? Did you have a debriefing?
No. He didn't come back. He palled around with some of the hikers.
Yes.
For a while.
I was a beneficiary of that. I went with Mom on a few hikes that he
he did that.
organized.
And I just went back to salvaging my real estate business.
Yeah. Spending time with your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, the kids.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
I have a life. Oh well, that's good.
It was like that.
Yeah. Okay, Jim. Thanks.
All right.